everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here with a weekly reading for Twin Flames for the week of August 7th to 13th. Okay, and we're at the height of Lionsgate. It's going to peak in a couple of days, and then I was wondering how have you been faring through this period of intense energetic downloads of light codes and all that. As for me, it seems like I've had expanded peripheral vision. You know, I would see lights, figures, well, a lot of things through my, it's like the veil is very thin. Okay, but I'm just rolling with it. You know, just try to keep your yourself clear, and it's been very helpful that a lot of you have asked for my assistance in clearing themselves through the RASHEEBA and through heart chakra healings. And based on the feedback that I've been getting, it makes me really happy when a lot of people write in and say how it's affected them and their relationship with their twin. Okay, and so this is going to continue up to the 21st, up to the solar eclipse. But this Monday, on the 7th, we have a lunar eclipse on the full moon. And what this means really, because usually lunar eclipses are about introspection, and because it is a time of clearing, this will also this sets a theme for trying to look inside yourself to see what else needs to be let go of. Because for those things that we don't want to let go of just yet, and you know we seem attached to, even if the universe says that it is an opportune time to let it go, because it is supported by the energies, usually the universe will find a way for you to let go of those things that do not serve you at this time. Kind of reminds me of Jurassic Park, you know, when they try to limit the I was going to say dragons, the dinosaurs from breeding, okay, because nature finds a way. And you know, nature is part of 3D, but there are higher energies. So if nature can find a way, what more? The divine. Okay? So anyway, let's see what the cards have for us this week. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, of course, as always, I've already prayed over the cards and shuffled them to get our messages for the week. At the bottom of the deck, here we have the Knight of Staffs. And the Knight of Staffs, he's very direct. This is, you know, it's like willpower reigns supreme. He's there, he's very forceful. He's the knight that knows what he wants to do and goes after it. Oh, which reminds me, because this eclipse, which will be the lunar, I think it's either the full moon in Aquarius or the lunar eclipse, but this is a period of going for what you want, which is what the Knight of Staffs really is. He goes after what he wants. But look at this. Despite this movement, this energetic urge to go after what you want, here we have a pause. It's like when you're raring to go and you're just going to jump off the diving board, but you know there's a split second wherein you have to pause. But that is what the energies are telling us right now, that there's this pause, because there's still some things that are not yet ripe. They still need to be nurtured. Okay? And these are things that have to be taken care of, that come up from the past. Okay? And here we have the Lady of Coins. And the Lady of Coins, well, she's a partner of the Knight. Okay, and the Lady of Coins here, she's very wealthy, materially speaking. She's all set. Okay, and also she draws influence from the moon. Okay, so this is the feminine energies, wanting everything to come together to sort of coagulate into some magical, energetic matrix that will support all her endeavors moving forward, which would be the Knight of Staffs. Okay? Because of this. Okay, there's been much pain. That's why there's moving forward. There's a desire to move forward, but it has to come from the right place. That's why there's this pause, this meditation, to come into wisdom and the proper perspective about this moving forward. Are you escaping? Are you abandoning? Or are you just giving it space? Those kinds of things. See? Because this pain is coming from exhaustion. This is weariness. This is overexerting yourself into something. Okay? So those are the general energies. But the main one would be this, the Knight of Staffs, going after something that you want. Now, for those who are new to the channel, welcome. And this side, I'm using the infinity spread for these weekly readings. This side is for the divine masculine. This side is for the divine feminine. Okay, so let's look at the cards for the divine masculine. Hold on. The first card we have for him is the Star card. And here we can see that even our divine masculines, they're being showered with light codes, okay? Especially those who are ready to receive this dispensation from the universe at this time. So you can see here, he's being showered by light codes. And here we see this mermaid, but her tail is split into two. And this is representative of the divine masculine, because here, out of one breast, you can see here, there's a stream of red. I know you associate red with blood, so that's kind of gross. Well, maybe it's just me associating with it. But this red signifies what is ripe, because alchemically, in alchemy, that's how it is designated, this red, what is ripe. And this white is what is not yet ripe. Okay? And in another breath, okay, this red signifies what is, it is akin to the root chakra, to 3D. And the white symbolizes what is more of the divine. But look, both of these, they commingle in the sea, okay, in which this woman is immersed. So the divine masculine being imbued with light codes, trying to get him to reconcile what is happening in 3D and what is happening in 5D. Okay, so this period is a very crucial time for divine masculines to imbibe all those light codes. That's why it's very important that he is clear. Okay? And here, the next card we have for him is the Seven of Cups. And here we have 7 different alchemical vessels or tools. Okay? We have one for funneling, one, it looks like a beaker, the other one looks like a wineskin, and so on and so forth. But there is one cup here, which is the golden chalice. And you can see here there's a diamond with an eye inside it. And what this card is saying is that there are many options among which the divine masculine can choose, okay? Especially because he has free will. And in his reconciling the messages that he's getting, it's like he's being activated by all these codes that are coming in. Okay, depending on how clear your divine masculine is, that's how he can gain clarity in choosing what appropriate vessel he should use for his purposes. Okay, because ideally here the divine masculine would choose this chalice, the golden chalice that has the eye in it, because it's like the vessel that will contain everything. It's not just for a specific purpose, like a multi-purpose, all-purpose vessel here. Okay, but depending on how clear he is, some may have some confusion and mistake one for the other. That's why clarity is very important at this stage. Okay, because there you're going to have discernment. When you have that clarity, when you're clear of all emotional debris, negative debris, and all that. The next card we have for the divine masculine is the Hermit card. And again, this is what I was saying, that here, when presented with these choices, the masculine has to rely on his own wisdom, on his own discernment. And what this is saying is that he is being given that as regards the choices that he's made, he is bound to make, and he is currently making. Okay? Because of all this infusion of light, of codes that activate him, there is this this spark, this sort of epiphany, okay, that elicits wisdom that's coming from within him. Because all this, remember, we're just in the process of remembering, rediscovering, you know, so everything is already in us. It's sort of encoded into us of who we are. This is just a remembrance. Okay, we're trying to get back, remember, back to source. Okay, so there. And the last card we have for the divine masculine, see here, even he has, as soon as he comes into his own wisdom and his own knowing, he's taking cognizance. This is the Queen of Staffs, and here you see this lady. She's holding two staffs here. One is a very refined staff made of gold, and the other one is a very crude staff. It's just wood. And here, half her breast is bared because she's in her own authenticity. You know, she's her authentic self, which is very refined. And when you say it's refined, it usually means that it's gone through the refiner's fire. Okay? Everything that is extraneous is removed. But here we have this queen, and half of her is still not yet ready. So this is coming to the knowing that there's still some things that need to be done. Okay? And that's regarding the choices that he's made or he's bound to make. Okay, we'll pick clarifying cards for these. Okay. Okay. For the star card, okay. See here, these codes, the downloads that we are receiving right now during this period of Lionsgate, this is this precipitates this Kundalini awakening and recognition into oneness, you know, unity. Because here you see the snakes intertwined. It's in the form of DNA also. It's like the building blocks of this new earth that we are currently building. Right now, we've anchored in the 5D energies here on Earth, the 5D way of living. So now it's like it's being activated more, because this is the DNA is like the building block, right? for the 7 of 7. Oh, there, 7. For the 7 of vessels, see here, this is support, okay? And to receive the greatest support, it depends on what he chooses to help him. But he will receive the support he needs for whatever purpose that he wants to, or whatever goal that he wants to achieve. Okay? But at this time, he's being supported by the energies here. You see this crown here, to pick this vessel. Because there's this enlightenment. That's why he's being supported to pick the sort of the right answer. And for the Hermit card, okay, see, look at this. This is again, you know what, from the cards that we pick, it's like all your prayers are being heard by the heavens, and you know, and the heavens are just doing everything that they can to help twins. There's that support, and then there's this divine dispensation. There's grace coming into our divine masculines for him to come into his wisdom about the choices that he's made before and what the best choice would be for him given who he is. And that's because he's a twin. And for the Queen of Staffs, okay, see, this is time. It means that the time has come. This is also the end. And you see here there's a scythe, which means all these things that are not yet this side, okay, that are not yet refined, that are still crude, that cannot exist in this kind of way of living, of existence. It's time to let it go. So that's why there's this scythe here. Okay, and let's look at this card for the Divine Masculine. Here we have the 5 of Earth. And in this 5 of Earth, we see this, he's sort of a magician, but he's really more of a con man. And this is not saying, and you see here, this woman here, it's like she feels scammed, she feels conned. But this is not, okay, the Divine Masculine. That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is that this is more of the Divine Masculine feeling that, you know, they've made the wrong choices along the way. And that's why they're being given this opportunity to pick again. Okay? Because here, it's like at some point in time, the Divine Masculines have been misled, or they have misappreciated the true value, the purpose of these other choices that he picked. Okay? And now he's realizing that. And that's why he's being given discernment and an opportunity to pick again, to let that go and to pick again during this time. Okay, and let's go to the Divine Feminine. The first card we have for the Divine Feminine is the 8 of Swords. And here we see this beast, and he's tied out, he's sort of stuck to the ground. He's tied via a stake to the ground, and all these swords here, you know, represents a barrier. They almost remind me of a cage. It's not really a cage because this beast can move about, but here there's a sense of not being able to do what you want to do or to move freely. Something is tying you down, whether that is an attachment to something. Really, no, what they're saying, really, it's an attachment. whether it's to the outcome, whether it's an attachment to those things that that not really don't serve you. But the thing is, a lot of twins, okay, or the divine feminines in this situation, it's like they've gotten comfortable in that situation and they don't want to change it. Okay, what do I mean by that? It's like when you're waiting for your twin, you get stuck in the energy of waiting. And all you get, the universe gives you more of waiting. Okay? Because that's what you've decided, that your energy will revolve around, the waiting. But that energy is distinctly different from going forward, finding you have no limitations, and trusting that the universe will bring you what you want, because you're not necessarily waiting. You're just being open to it, open to receiving. Okay? So anyway, let's see what the cards have to say. But that was what I was getting. And here, look at this. We have the Knight of Vessels. And the Knight of Vessels, here we have this knight, and he's in full armor. That's why he's just in the shallow part of the water. And he's in the action of, trying to see what messages he can get. He's trying to get water here in this vessel. And because water represents the psyche, so this is introspection of your inner dreams, inner wants. If it's like, it's astrologically speaking, it's like your moon sign, what you truly, your inner needs, things that will complete you. Okay? But here, in the process of trying to examine, understand what he's feeling, what his subconscious is telling him, here we have this fish popping out of the water. And this represents a messenger. And what this is saying is that in the process of the divine feminines trying to figure out what it is they truly feel about things. Because here, now they're feeling trapped. Now they're feeling that they can't move without this overwhelming feeling of anxiety about, what if I do this? If I do this, will that option be closed off to me? Will this option be closed off to me? Okay, and here in the process of introspection, the divine feminines are being sent messengers. Okay, this could be signs, these could be synchronicities, and these could be dreams. Okay, and one must be conscious about that or you'll miss it. But that is what they're saying, that if you don't get it, Spirit keeps on giving you signs over and over again. Okay, especially in dreams. Now, sometimes, the thing, like with me, I'm busy, and I have very vivid dreams, exciting dreams, that all just float away as soon as I wake up. Because from the dream to waking up, there's no veil anymore. Okay, before I used to, jump slowly, ease into that other dimension, but now it's like it's really happening. That's my reality. It's so weird. It's kind of like Inception. But anyway, so check out your dreams, what your dreams are telling you, what signs are being given to you, and who the messengers are. Okay? I had a dream the other day, and this time it was about my twin. And it wasn't just a cameo appearance like usual. This was, an episode in 2 parts. It was very long. It was so odd, okay? It's like my dad was meeting with my twin, and I was just watching from a distance. Okay, and I didn't know, I didn't even have the guts to, go up to them. But I did realize that they said they were going to meet up later. And the second part of the dream was we were in a theater. Okay, it was like a theater for premieres or a play. I think it was a play. And so I was seated already with my family. My dad was there, and I know I was with the rest of my family, but my dad was significant in my dream. And then my twin walks up because he said they'd meet later, but he had this baby with him and this woman. Okay, the woman, and you know what? I could see her face. I could see her dress. She was wearing black lace. My twin, he was wearing white. Okay, so they met up with my dad. I think introductions were made. I still didn't come up to them, but this time I was closer. So I actually didn't have any interaction with my twin. And I was just observing them. You know, after they said their niceties, they went to the back of the theater and, you know, seated themselves there. And I was just observing the entire time. And I actually even said to myself in my dream, oh, I thought he would sit with us. But then again, why did I forget that he said that because he's tall, and in the movies he sits in the back not to bother the other patrons. Okay, and there, so when I woke up, it was very disconcerting because I didn't know if I was remote viewing and my twin had, you know, a baby with someone else. I don't know, but that gave me an opportunity to see how I was reacting to it, you know. But someone told me that actually the woman in there was sort of me, because black, it was the yin and yang. He's wearing black, wearing white, and I was just seeing that's why he was speaking to my dad. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, because whatever I dream, you know, the fact of the matter is I love him with my heart and my soul, and I'm glad he visited me in my dreams. Okay, so there. Sorry, that was a bit of a story. I usually don't talk about my twin, but you know, it was a very long dream. Anyway, so here, be mindful of the messages, because those messages also, look, well, it's sort of a red flag. It's going to tell you what you need to slay, what beasts you need to slay, what you have to get rid of. The same way that here, our divine masculine, again mirroring, has to get rid of some things during this period. And the last card that we have is the King of Staffs. This is for the divine feminine. And here's the divine feminine symbolized by a dragon. And you can see here the dragon is really, there is an overwhelming presence of this dragon here. He's the king of fire, and he's the king of his feelings. He's crowned himself. You know, there is that confidence that is emanating from within, because he's everywhere. Okay, he fills this card, and he's the king, and he knows what he wants to happen. Again, just like this Knight of Staffs, this is the go, go, go. But this King of Staffs, he's a more mature energy. Okay, because look, this is a dragon at rest. And you know that dragons, they're very, very powerful. If you're watching Game of Thrones now, yes, I watched the leaked episode, so I must have seen it before everyone there in the West Coast. So dragons, there's a lot of power and mobility when it comes to dragons. And that's why Daenerys, okay, she feels she's like the queen of the 7 kingdoms, of course, apart from being the mother of dragons. So this is coming into your power, but then tempering this desire, because with the strategy that comes with maturity. Okay, we'll be clarifying cards for these, because look here, this feeling that one is limited, limited by what? These things that, these attachments that are tying you down. And that's why the Divine Feminine is going into introspective mode, and again being supported by all these messengers, giving her, flagging those things that need to go, so that she can come into her own power again, and, you know, be centered, be balanced. Because all these energies are causing shifts in your stability in 5D. You know, sometimes you think you're stable already in 5D, then there's a trigger, and it all comes tumbling down. For some of you, you get into that panicky energy. But here, this is what we strive for. Okay, where are my cards? Okay, very quickly now. Okay, for the Eight of Swords, okay, see here, this is being attached to, it's like your social circle, who you meet, because this is your network, or you feel that your network is tying you down, okay, the people that you interact with, okay. And the Knight of Vessels. See, this is the beginning. It's like charting your map for your future. I know that since the beginning of the year, you've always heard, it's almost a cliche, there's a new beginning, new beginning. Well, disclaimer, from the beginning of the year, we said this year is a #1 year. So that is for the entire year. So we are laying down the foundation for this new beginning. When you say new beginning, it's not just tomorrow it's a new beginning and then it's over. No, this is, you're laying the foundation the entire year. So this is part of the map that you're creating for yourself. Okay, so listen to the messages being given so that you can chart a better map. And these are the things that you cannot see, that you failed to see. Okay, that's why, that's what this pertains to, and those messengers are giving, are flagging them so that you can give your attention to those things that you thought was healed, you thought was okay, but are not serving you anymore. And the King of Staffs. Okay, this is dueling, this is process. So here, this is, again, like I said earlier, this is the energy that we should strive for. Okay, instead of this very, very impulsive go, 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 this is a restrained, mature version of going to seeking, of being in pursuit of your goal. And here we have the dueling swords, and the dueling swords, which is also the number 33 there. Okay, the dueling swords represents, this is an internal struggle. Okay, so from this internal struggle, it has to result to this composure. Okay, this self-possession. I love that word. Okay, I once encountered it in a poem. There's this phrase that it was a poem. I even forgot the title of the poem. It was just a phrase that just sounded so beautiful, and the phrase was that she sat in utter self-possession. I don't know, it's simple, but it evokes such a beautiful imagery, at least in me. Anyway, so there. Now let's open the card here. For the Divine Feminines, we have the Ten of Water. And look here. See, our Divine Feminines are also being showered by the Christ energies and the new light codes. Because this, you can see here the serenity, the grace by which she receives all of this at this time. And that includes, that's why it's like she's primed. The Divine Feminines are primed to get the most out of this period of time, this Lion's Gate. And this is going to extend up to the solar eclipse on the 21st. So she's primed for that. Because, look here, this is the 10. This is equivalent to the 10 of cups, the 10 of water. And we see here this turtle or a tortoise. And the tortoise moves with such grace, such ease through water. Okay? That sometimes they don't even cause ripples. And here from her fingers are hanging the full moon and the crescent moons. And here at the crown of her head, look, she has a headstone there that is representative of the third eye, and its color is amber, so she can see through 3D, okay, with her third eye. So she sees more than what is actually before her. Okay, so here we have the divine feminine being primed. This is like the primer. I mean, a lot of you have know how to put makeup on. So this is the primer so that you can get the most out of the energies this time. Things that have to be released. Okay? And then that's why here we have these codes that are coming in through Lion's Gate. And here we have the full moon, which is on the 7th. Okay? And these slivers of moons, which indicate going towards new moon or new beginnings. Okay, so there. You can see here, there's mirroring again. All these infusion of light from the divine masculine and the divine feminine at this period of time. He's trying to release what he feels was the wrong choice, or because there is a better choice. That's what he's being told. And the divine feminines need to stabilize by releasing what they thought was either released or they did not see. Okay? But, are being flagged by all these messengers so that they can come into full composure again. I'm going to pick a card in the middle for both. Okay, here, look at this. This is the 6 of Staffs. And the 6 of Staffs is a card of victory. Look at all these other staffs are heralding. He has the laurel. It's the laurel of victory here, the wreath in his head. And he's presenting it, and everyone else is heralding him, celebrating him, because he's coming forward, and he's coming from a cloud. Okay? And there are others that are greeting him. So, see, this is the moving forward. What Spirit is saying is that at least this week is very significant for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine for moving forward, to come into this with other twins that are anchoring the light on the planet. So very significant week for moving forward. And again, so that's it. And again, it's imperative for those to get the most of this, even here. Remember I said earlier that it depends on where your divine masculine is, if he will have the clarity to pick what needs to be picked, that is what is ideal for his situation. So, and also the divine feminine here, needing things to be released. So that's why for those who still need help in these matters, please do consider getting an advanced RASHEEBA session. I'm saying advanced because the advanced has the activation of divine union and divine light. And this is a very fast, because it's an intense energy that works ASAP. Okay, unlike Reiki. Reiki is very gentle, it goes where it needs to go. RASHEEBA is fast, it's intense. Okay, so do consider that to activate the divine light, to clear yourself of all the debris this is causing. and to clear Divine Masculine of this confusion so he can make the right choice. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. Take care, enjoy the full moon, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.